Men of Reddit, what myth about men is 100% untrue and infuriates you when you hear it? I hate when I hear from someone when I have my kids and my wife is working that I'm babysitting. It drives me insane. I don't babysit. I'm raising my kids. I'm not a volunteer or a hired hand. I'll never understand the very common belief that men can't or refuse to care for children. I was a single dad for a while. The amount of women, strangers, who assumed I was unable to dress, feed or take my daughter to the toilet annoyed me. The other side of it was I got a lot of welcome help from female friends and colleagues. Loads of girls' clothes, toys, etc. My biggest annoyance though was the institutionalized sexism. I had complaints about taking my daughter to a mum and baby group, mum and baby swimming, mum and baby anything. I was only allowed in mum and baby swimming when I threatened to speak with a lawyer regarding sexual discrimination and take my story to the papers. The sexual discrimination lawyer wouldn't deal with me, only women. Men can't multitask. Every time I hear that I have to stop what I'm doing so I can get angry. Men think about sex every X amount of seconds. I'm a grown man with a life. I have more to think about than just sex. Dude, my health teacher back in freshman year of high school said something like, men think about sex 8+ minutes out of every hour. I don't know what crock of shit survey she read, but I doubt we spend that much time. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm too busy thinking about the glory of Rome to devote that much time to sex thoughts. That if we like children, but don't have children of our own, we are automatically given at the very least a little grilling, if not straight out asked, if we are a pedophile. I like dogs too, for pretty similar reasons. Nobody ever asks me if I'm a dog fucker. Are you a dog fucker? Well, thank you for asking. No, I'm not. Well, at least not anymore. Surprisingly by T. If you expose us to radiation we gain superpowers. In reality this has only happened a few times and most men would just die. So you're saying there's a chance. That's a risk I'm willing to take. Sounds like a win-win. There are plenty of fish in the sea, just get over it. Fuck you. I like that fish. Even if it was kinda mean and cruel. Fuck you. I like that fish. I need this on a t-shirt. It's getting better now, but back in the day basically every guy on TV was a sports obsessed, car/motorcycle loving, beer swilling moron who couldn't function without his wife to look after him and the kids. My wife went away last week for work and I'll have you know that only half my kids got eaten by wolves. You did your best, man. Wolves always hunt in packs, so you were probably outnumbered. Plot twist, he only has one kid. Well, half of one now. Men just wait around for a woman to inform them that they are now dating. I'm not trying to claim that women come up to me in bars especially often, but on the rare times they do, there is a definite sense of, I'm under no obligation to actually attract you as a mate. I exist and am female, and therefore by default you want to date me. Once, when I tried to politely decline, the woman chastised me in the bar for 5 minutes demanding to know what my excuse was, what reason I could give her. She simply assumed that the default was that I, as a man, want to date any woman, and that I have to justify not being attracted to a specific one. Had a woman approach me in a bar the other night, and about a minute into conversation I let her know very matter of fact that I needed to be somewhere, so I wasn't hanging around. She just stopped and said, "You don't fancy me?" I said, "Sorry, I've got to go." Crosses my mind now just how confused she looked. I once had a woman follow me home to find out where I lived in and let herself in uninvited while screaming that no one was allowed to turn her down. Not flattering. That we cannot parent as well as a woman. That we need a random woman to come hold a man's child because they are crying. That we are babysitting when our spouse isn't with our babies. Yeah, that stereotype is so damn dumb. I mean, I changed thousands of diapers and it never bothered me once. I was perfectly capable of dressing my kids. I know how to open a jar of baby food. I wash and hang my kids' school uniforms. I'm not looking for a prize, but I'm also not looking to be treated like I'm an idiot. I'm a nurse, and before that I was a nurse's aide working in a nursing home changing adult diapers every day. One day I was at a restaurant holding my daughter when I realized that she had a dirty diaper. I handed her to my wife so I could extricate myself from the booth when a woman at the next table made that disapproving noise and said, "Typical." I stood up, took my daughter back along with the diaper bag, turned to this woman and said, "Please, lady, I'm a nurse. I've changed the diapers of people bigger than you." And I went off to the bathroom. Men who work at daycare are pedophiles. Every year there are people who complain I work there. Jesus, what a load of BS. As if guys can't be nurturers who like children or even just work there because they need the job. Just because I have a dick and you have a vagina doesn't mean I'm trying to get in your pants. I want friends just like anyone else. But when I try to talk to people like my guy friends, they assume I'm trying to date them. No. I just like asking my friends how they were because I hate people who only talk to you when they want something. So I talk to everyone as a show of you are my friend, not the services you offer. I was at a festival recently and offered a chick some water since it was hot AF out. Her friend stormed up to me and screeched she has a boyfriend. Without saying a word I turned, looked at her, and pointed to the 3 different rainbow objects on my body, then to my husband standing next to me. She looked like oh fuck. A few minutes later the girl I offered water to came up and apologized to me over it. That was the first time I had ever even remotely experienced something like that. But your statement is so true. Somehow, me offering water to someone when it's like 90 outside means I want to fuck them. The whole shit with you are a man when it comes to pain, lifting, sadness, etc. Man up. Had a friend get told to man up when he was telling a girl he wasn't ready for a relationship. Guy just lost his wife of 15 years and told this girl he wasn't looking for a long-term relationship from the outset. That's just fucking manipulative. Sounds like he dodged a bullet. If a woman physically assaults a man, he somehow must have done something to deserve it. This gets even worse in those cases where male victims of domestic abuse are getting arrested in case the police gets caught, even though they are the victims and not the attacker. I called the cops once on an abusive ex who had threatened to kill herself as a way to manipulate me to stay with her. When they arrived they treated me like I was a criminal. I'm sorry for you, man. I had to face the same situation. Ex taking a bunch of pills as a way to manipulate me to stay with her. I was only 16 years old. I had to call the cops and I was terrified. Thankfully they were really helpful and one of them even told me it wasn't my responsibility to put up with that shit. That we would have sex with anything that has a heartbeat. 100% untrue. I've had sex with inanimate objects too. And that's how I got banned from Build-A-Bear. I'm not a male myself, but I hope it is okay for me to comment. It really annoys me when people say that men cannot be raped because if they got a hard on they must have wanted it. Shit like that causes men to not report rapes and makes them feel shit about themselves. Anyone can be raped, no matter age, sex, or if the rapist is married to them. No means no. It is as simple as that. He was hard, so it wasn't rape, is easily matched with she was wet, so it wasn't rape. Too many people have a serious lack of understanding for how the human body works. That we can never not be in the mood, and if we are we must be sick or cheating. I'm in a lot of girl groups on Facebook, and you'll get some posts from women saying that their boyfriend doesn't want as much sex as she does. You will literally get hundreds of comments saying that he's either gay, cheating, or doesn't love her, or doesn't find her attractive anymore. Even when the poster would say that he's on antidepressants, or that he's gained, or lost a load of weight, everyone tells her to leave him because he's not a real man. I've gotten into a lot of arguments with other women when I tell them not all men are sex mad.